In this video, we are going to compare Phil Heath's physique in 2013 and current Mr. Olympia Samson dauda. So, who is going to win this comparison? So, we will compare every poses. So, let's start with front double biceps. So, in this pose, you can see the conditioning of Phil Heath. So, the picture of Phil Heath is low in exposure. So, we will compare according to conditioning. So, you can see the Samsung dauda's aesthetics. You can see the V taper, quads, everything is just perfect. If we talk about the width of lats, Phil Heath is not looking very wider, but his arms are so big, quads are so big. So overall aesthetically this pose goes to Samsung dauda because the V taper is good, the overall size is good, conditioning is good, but still the V taper very important in comparison. And you can see the midsection is looking flat in Philippe's physique, although his quads and arms are good. And you can see the Samsung's daughter's physique, the perfect V taper and midsection. You can see the waist is narrow and quads are good, big and conditioned. So according to aesthetics, this pose goes to Samsung daughter. So let's see front lat spread. So in this picture you can see Samsung dauda's midsection, so it's not that good, although he's improving from last 2 years, but still the midsection is not looking very impressive in Samsung dauda's physique. Quads are good, lats are good, shoulders and arms are looking good, but still midsection is not very conditioned. And if we talk about Phil Heath's physique, you can see the quads. So in this pose he's looking so impressive. Look at the conditioning in shoulders and arms, chest. Quads are very impressive, and overall he's looking very hard in this pose. So this pose goes to Phil Heath because his whole body is conditioned. So let's talk about any side chest. So you can see Phil Heath's physique, he's looking proper. You can see his arms, shoulder, especially midsection. He's impressive in midsection, glutes, hamstring, squats. There is no debate about that, he's winning this pose. And you can see Samsung dauda has improved a lot from last 2 years. You can see the midsection is looking fine, and the size of upper body is very big from Samsung dauda's physique. And overall he has made so many improvements in legs, quads, hamstrings, glutes are looking good, but still Phil Heath is unbeatable. And you can see the back lat spread. So in this pose, again you can see the glutes of Phil Heath and hamstrings, they are very impressive. Midsection, the density in back. And in Samsung dauda's physique, you can see the width is so impressive from Samsung dauda, and very big back, I would say. And the reason why I'm not giving this pose to Samsung dauda is his glutes are not that conditioned, although hamstrings are good and big and also conditioned, but glutes are very weak. And in this pose Phil Heath's body is looking perfect, so I'm giving this pose to Phil Heath. Let's talk about back double biceps. So in this pose you can see the Samsung dauda's V taper. The waist is so narrow and the lats is so big, shoulders are so big, and we can see the perfect V taper. And hamstrings are also very impressive, but then again glutes are not that big and hard. And in Phil Heath's physique he's looking complete. His width is not that big, but you can see the waist is so narrow and sharp. And glutes, hamstrings, you can see he's very conditioned and with good size in glutes, so it's very important, the glutes. So overall I'm giving this pose to Phil Heath because the density in back is so impressive. You can see the depth in middle traps, shoulders, arms, so it makes Phil Heath's physique so impressive. So I'm giving this pose to Phil Heath. So let's talk about abdomen with thighs. So in this pose he's not looking impressive, so the footage is not impressive, I would say, but still we are comparing according to footage. So you can see the midsection, he's looking flat. And Samsung dauda's most improved pose, I would say, from last year. You can see the depth in abs, the conditioning in midsection, he is impressive. So he has made so many improvements in this pose. His quads are looking good. So this pose, I'm giving this pose to Samsung dauda because of his midsection. So let's talk about most muscular pose. So in this pose I would say the exposure of the footage of Phil Heath is not high, and Samsung dauda's picture is high exposed. So according to pictures, you can see the Phil physique. Shoulders, arms are so impressive. Midsection is so impressive. I mean, you can see the overall body. He is looking very complete, and Samsung dauda is also looking good, but still Phil is looking much more harder than Samsung dauda. So overall, this comparison, Phil is going to beat Samsung dauda. So the winner is Phil.